Conservation in the East Usumbaras has been about taking some small ideas and turning them into something big. The fragmentation that's happened in the East Usumbaras is indicative of the loss of much of the biodiversity in this area. We realised that we urgently had to conserve the remaining corridors which were there. We had to make sure that, as best we could maintain the connectivity between the main forest blocks.
What UNESCO does is to work on innovative approaches for the conservation and sustainable development of biosphere reserves. Our work is to improve the management of these biosphere reserves to ensure that they are sustainable together with the government, to bring all these people together in order to achieve the aim of strengthening the management capacities for these biosphere reserves.
Before, people were getting money for cutting timbers or selling firewoods, which was very destructive to this forest.
UNESCO is an important node for knowledge and knowledge sharing. So biosphere reserves all over the world carry out different researches, they do different studies, and new ways and approaches are developed. These are shared with other countries so that lessons can be learned on how to improve the way the biosphere reserves are run and managed.
This school has an environmental club. We come to this secondary school and give training in their classes. We want to grow the society which is sensitive to the conservation of this isolated island. Most of the students are coming from different parts of this plateau. So actually, every time we are teaching them, it means that we disseminate the information to a larger area.
In order to address the biodiversity loss in this area, we need to use different strategies. Steps like tree planting, encouraging farmers to plant trees on their land. That can also provide the kind of habitat that forest birds can then fly from one forest patch to another. A nice example of how small projects have really expanded to have a big impact is the butterfly farming. We had an idea which was really about providing an incentive for farmers to maintain the forest. This initially started in just a few villages, and what we did was to train farmers to grow the butterfly pupa, which could then be exported to other parts of the world for these butterfly exhibits. This has now grown. The Butterfly Project now generates up to $90,000 per year for farmers.
Pesa ninayoipata inanitosha kupatia familia yangu chakula na pia inabaki na ya ziada ya kufanyia mambo mengine. Nimenunua shamba, pia nimejenga nyumba. Alafu pia nimeweza kusaidia kusomesha watoto.
The Butterfly Project has been established since year 2003. We were working with more than 220 butterfly farmers. And the main objective of the project was first to improve the economic of the people living in this forest. The distribution of the earnings is like 65% going to the butterfly farmers, and we have 28% for the project running costs, and we have 7% for the community development fund. So the money which we are using to assist on building of classroom or hospitals for the community. 55% of the butterfly farmers, they are women. So you can see the project really improved the livelihood of women in the surrounding villages.
7 years later, we've managed to bring incomes to 220 people to really change their lives. They can build new houses, they can send their children to school. So from these small ideas and from these small pupa, it's really brought about this really big impact in terms of the conservation in this unique area.
Tumeinuka kwa sehemu kubwa. Kwa sababu mtu ambaye alikuwa anaishi kwenye nyumba ya miti, sasa hivi anaishi kwenye nyumba ya matofali. Na mtu ambaye alikuwa anafuga kuku, sasa hivi anafuga ng'ombe. Kwa sababu amepata manufaa mazuri kutokana na pesa ya kipepeo.
Tanzania, as you know, has some of the most important biodiversity in the world. That's why a lot of tourists are still coming here. Things are still very good. We believe that part of the reason is the work we have been doing over the years with our partners in country.
We've got a lot of people who are interested in conservation in this area because the biodiversity is so unique. And everybody has been doing their best to do their small part in order to bring about the bigger change. We have the communities who are protecting their forests. We've got individual farmers who are planting trees to try and reconnect the forest. We've got the nature reserves who are protecting the main blocks of the forest. And we've got NGOs who are providing training and awareness raising in order to ensure that everybody is working together towards the same goal. And that's what it's all about. Everybody doing their little bit and working towards a bigger impact that we can achieve if we work together.